Alright, what is up guys? Fallout Claptrap here. Today I'm bringing you I guess you could call it a revival of an old series I started. I think I did 1 or 2 episodes and then I kind of quit when I took my absence from YouTube. But now that I'm back, it's going to be the Borderlands 3 What We Want series. And I'm just going to basically start this series over. So if I repeat something in the old video, I apologize. But I know most of you probably didn't see that old video. So anyways, here we go. The first thing that I would like to see in the new Borderlands game would be a compelling story, because that is something that you want to see in every game. And Borderlands 1 did not have a very good story, in my opinion anyways. I'm sure some people will probably disagree with me, but in my opinion, Borderlands 3 or Borderlands 1 story was lackluster kind of. I mean, the whole vault thing, it was cool, but there wasn't any depth to the story. Borderlands 2, however, had a great story. I believe that Handsome Jack is one of the greatest antagonists in gaming, if not the greatest antagonist ever. The only antagonist I ever liked better was Andrew Ryan from BioShock, and it had a great story as far as just all the crap with Jack being, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's just the storyline with Jack and Hyperion trying to take over Pandora with the Iridium and opening up the vault and all that stuff. I just thought it was a great story, and I like how they incorporated the characters from the first Borderlands, like the heroes like Brick, Roland, Lilith, and Mordecai, into the story. I thought that was really smart and really awesome. Thought that was really cool. And Borderlands the pre-sequel also had a pretty good story, setup story anyways, for the events of Borderlands 2. I had a pretty good, showing the backstory of Handsome Jack. I thought that was pretty cool. With the whole, how he rose through the ranks of Hyperion and all that stuff. So anyways, that's the first thing I would love to see in the new Borderlands game, is a compelling story. Number 2, I would love to see different characters. And not different by a different name. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the characters from Borderlands 1. Lilith, Roland, Mordecai, and Brick. And you had the soldier, Brick, the siren, and the sniper. But then the thing is, in Borderlands 2, you got the same exact thing with Axton as the soldier. Simon replaced Brick. They were very similar, anyways. As the berserker. Maya was the siren, replacing Lilith, and Zero was the assassin, basically replacing Mordecai. And don't get me wrong, I loved those characters, and they had cool backstories, all that stuff. But they were the same 4 classes that we saw in Borderlands 1. And it didn't really add anything new, per se. Their powers were very close to the same with, I personally played Borderlands 2 with Axton the most. I'm not as familiar with the other 2, but I played as Simon too. And Axton and Roland both had the turret. Brick and Simon, Gunzerkers, both had their wield 2 weapons, go crazy, adrenaline rush, take less damage thing. And they were basically almost you're playing as the same character with a different name. Now I did not like that, but they did later add in DLC the Necromancer, which I loved playing as actually, and the Psycho, which I didn't really like playing as much, but it was a cool idea to try out. I didn't think it was the best idea, but it was a cool idea nonetheless. But then you go to the Borderlands the pre-sequel. I think one of the things that it did right was it added new classes, such as Athena as the Gladiator, Wilhelm the Enforcer, Nisha the Lawbringer, and Claptrap the Frag Trap. No, it's just kind of, joke, the last one, but they were new and different classes with different powers. I played as Claptrap. I only played the pre-sequel once, but I played as Claptrap, and you had your stupid crazy ass like pirate cannon power up thing. Well, actually, he had the option to, he could do like random. He'd do one of the other, what the other characters did, but then at the end he had this crazy pirate cannon thing, and they were just all different and unique. And like Nisha's skill was Showdown, and once you activated it, you'd be able to like identify the nearby enemies, and like it's bullet time, kind of like Red Dead Redemption, I think of. And then Wilhelm, I think, in my opinion, he was similar to like the soldier kind of, but some Gunzerker things. But his thing was he had 2 drones, not just a stupid turret like Axton did and Roland did. And like Athena, her thing was called Kinetic Aspirin, where she generates a shield like Captain America and uses it to deflect bullets. Like that's the stuff I'm talking about. And then you had good DLC characters too. Like you had 2. I know one was the Handsome Jack impersonator. My mind is blanking currently on the other one. But still, they just had compelling like good characters in them. And I don't know, I felt like that's something Borderlands 1 and 2 didn't do right, is that their characters were the same. Borderlands the pre-sequel, that's one thing it did right, even though it did many things not so right. That's one thing I think it nailed. And one more thing I would love to see in Borderlands 3, which I think all the Borderlands games so far have done right, is just that goofy sense of humor through like the NPCs and stuff. Like you have TK Baha in Borderlands 1, and he's just I don't even know how to describe him. He's just TK Baha, and he's just a goofball, and he's funny, and he's crazy, and it's just awesome. And it's just crude, dark, and like, I don't know. I want to say gory, but like just humor that's just crude. It's weird, but it's awesome. It's awesome, and it's like messed up. And then you have Borderlands 2. You get Tiny Tina is like one of my favorite characters ever. Handsome Jack is hilarious. Butt Stallion, for God's sake, Butt Stallion. That's the funniest thing. That's like one of the funniest moments in video gaming ever. Butt Stallion. That's just so funny. And then you have Tiny Tina is just this little girl who's a pyromaniac. She's just hilarious. The pre-sequel had its moments too. I think we really need to see that in Borderlands 3, and that's something I'm not doubting. I think we will definitely see that goofy sense of humor in Borderlands 3, as we've seen it throughout the series so far. But I definitely think that they need to come through on the story like Borderlands 2 did, and sort of how Borderlands pre-sequel did, and they definitely need to come through with unique characters. I don't want another Borderlands 1. Borderlands 2 was different, but I don't want the characters like Borderlands 2 because it was just Borderlands 1 characters. The pre-sequel had very unique and different characters, and so did the DLC for Borderlands 2, like the Necromancer and the Psycho. Those are unique and cool and different. I want to see more of those. So anyways, those are some things I want to see in the next Borderlands game. Let me know what you guys think, what you want to see in the next Borderlands game in the comment down below, and I might feature your comment in my next video in this series. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for more. If you disliked it. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description, and this is the Fallout Claptrap signing out.